I want to talk about change. I want to talk about money. You had a massive financial change. I mean, when you launched the making money thing, that's us. That's us. When you launched a part-time YouTuber Academy, you had a point where you earned a shitload of cash.
Yeah,
in
we call it the making money thing internally.
Yeah.
We call it the cash cow.
Yeah, that thing that makes all the money. Yeah. So you weren't like hundreds of thousands in like a few hours or whatever, didn't you? Like, how was that?
That was a ridiculously insane moment. It was like, we just launched this course. We mentioned it on Twitter and the cart had just opened and we were on a Zoom call. It was like me, Angus and Elizabeth. And like initially like nothing was happening. And we were just like, I mean, we didn't really expect anything to happen. And then Elizabeth was like, oh my God, guys, you got to refresh the page. And we refreshed the page and it was like 1 minute past the hour. And it was like $10,600 is in the account. It's like, what the fuck, $10,600? And then we refreshed again, it was 15. Refreshed again, it was like 30. Refreshed again, it was like 45. And we were all just like losing our minds because this is the most money any of us had ever seen in our lives. And it was all made in the space of about 5 minutes. And then I was like screenshotting, posting Instagram story, being like, OMG, like what the fuck's going on? Like 50,000. My medic friends were messaging me being like, what the actual hell? That's a whole salary of a year for a junior doctor. And we made it in like 5 minutes with this course, which we didn't even promote that hard. We just mentioned it on Twitter. And I was sort of like screenshotting as we were building the website throughout. And by the end of the day, I think we closed like 150K, which is like 3 years of a junior doctor salary.
The big numbers when you call it 150.
Yeah, 150. A little 150.
Yeah, exactly. All of that stuff. And then we just doubled the price overnight because, I talk a big game about how I wanted to sell this course for $2,000. I started it at $400 because I was still so scared. And I said, let's start it low and we can always increase the price.
How many did you sell in the first day?
Like 150K worth, whatever the number is.
That's a lot of courses.
And then we were like, okay, let's just double the price. And so we made it 800, 1525. Like we had a few different tiers. And then by the end of that week, we'd done like $350,000 in sales. And it was just like, oh, our life has just suddenly just changed. Or my life has suddenly just changed. And the trajectory of the business has just changed because now we have this thing. Oh my God, wow. And then we were like, it was a bit weird because in a way, the YouTuber course was a bit of a distraction from what we were actually trying to do, which was personal development content. And it was a distraction that lasted for like 3 years. And it was a good distraction because it made a lot of money, but it certainly was a distraction. And I think if I had my time again, it's not that I wouldn't do it, but I'd be thinking a lot more strategically about like, okay, just because this thing makes a lot of money doesn't mean we actually want to be devoting all these resources to it.
That was a clip with Ali Abdaal. Check out the full episode right here. Oh. What? What was that?